of The Bomb Show. This is our third review of our 12 reviews of Christmas, so we're trudging through here. And as you probably could guess, based on what I'm wearing and what you see, we're doing a Harry Potter extravaganza today.
Yay! Even though I fell asleep on all the movies in the theater, but that's cool.
I really enjoyed it. But
it's all good. No, they're cool. They're cool.
But we have the Medicom Harry Potter figure.
Real action heroes.
We have the brand new Star Ace Harry Potter figure. We have the Harry Potter's wand with illuminating tip made by the Noble Collection. And then we have the granddaddy of all movie collections, the Harry Potter Wizards Collection Blu-ray DVD combo.
See that? It's so hot she couldn't even say it right.
Alright, so we're going to start with the figures.
Yeah. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And
of course, I have my kind of Gryffindor outfit on, my little emblem, and Jason has his. He goes to a slightly
Jedi Wizard, my Jedi Wizard robe, and of course, like we said, thank everyone for coming back and watching and supporting, and again at the end of the show, stay tuned and or check the descriptions and all that
for our awards categories.
Award show.
We did receive a couple questions about how to submit the responses. You can submit them any way you're most comfortable. You can comment on our
any of the
Facebook
12
page.
Yeah.
You can
any of
email
the 12
us.
Christmas reviews.
Yeah, you can comment on any of the 12 Christmas reviews or the previous videos that we announced we were doing the awards show. You can private message us through YouTube or Facebook. Message, the Bomb Show's Facebook page. Whatever is easiest.
Call, type, and toys.
Yeah, you can even call us if you want. Whatever is easiest for you.
We're pretty accessible and we're very approachable.
And we'll tally them from wherever they come from, as long as you aren't doing duplicate entries.
So what are we starting with, Wendy? The figures?
Yes.
Yes, cool. I want to start with the figures. So, what do we have here, Wendy? Who's this one? This is Harry Potter from... Which film is this one from? It doesn't specify.
It doesn't?
But this got to be one of the last films, right? Look at his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the later ones. Because obviously he's a bit older than he is there.
Yeah, so this
is... that one, he has his Firebolt, and this one was his Nimbus 2000, which he didn't get that till after he met Sirius Black. So. Sirius
Black. When I heard Sirius Black, I was expecting him to look like 50 Cent or something. And then I seen the guy in the movie. I'm like, what? I'm like, his name is Sirius Black? What? Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so we have the Medicom figure here. This came out. What was the year this came out?
Wow, this has been out for a little bit. This guy came out in. Damn, I can't see it. I don't know.
Does it say?
It might say it.
I can see it if it says.
I don't. It's so small.
And it's probably in Japanese.
But anyway, I'll start with the actual figure itself, with the body and articulation. Medicom has one of the most versatile bodies, the most dynamic, posable bodies out there right now. As far as I know of, they have really posable base bodies, but the drawback of that is that, of course, they are some of the most fragile base bodies. But these guys are like, rolling shoulders, double jointed knees, elbows, multi-segmented torsos, and just everything, ball joints, universals, all the good stuff everywhere. And they have made some noticeable improvements on their bodies recently. And I'm going to do a six scale figure shootout with a couple of the different brands of bodies. But he's really posable, really well articulated. And the new bodies are a lot sturdier than their bodies from, say, even like 2 or 3 years ago.
I didn't see the year, but it is from the Deathly Hallows.
From the Deathly Hallows film, like I said. But yeah, the base bodies are real sweet on these. And super well articulated. So go over what you think. His costume and stuff.
Yeah, his costume is
I like it.
Pretty nice. The robe is nice. The emblem is definitely kind of like a plastic. The Gryffindor emblem is kind of a plastic application or vinyl application.
Is his hood wired?
His hood is wired, and it does have the nice red lining on the sleeves and the length of the robe. And he has his sweater with the Gryffindor color striping on it. That is also like a vinyl application on top of the fabric, which is the same on the wrists there. It does look like he has a real fabric tie that's just stitched in place. He has his white blouse and his black slacks.
Any real pockets? Real pockets, front and rear pockets on his slacks?
He does not have back pockets.
He doesn't have
back
pockets. Well, Harry Potter don't need no money. Yeah, he don't need money. He got magic wands. What do you got need money for?
He still needs money, but he has little black socks.
Oh, I wonder if he's wearing underwear. I guess we won't know, but probably not.
I don't think so. He's pretty smooth there.
What about the other little guy? Let's talk about the other little guy's base body and outfit, and then we'll do it like this. I think this guy looks really cool. I think his outfit looks pretty nice. He's got a nice little clasp on the front of his robe. And actually, looks like, again, he's got a real, actual tie. Doesn't just look like something that's just fabricated to look like a tie. It looks like a real tied tie. Exactly, and it may be stitched in place, but it does look like a real tie. So,
here we have the brand new Star Ace figure, and as this being the first piece they're releasing, we must say that we were both really impressed.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
So
I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot. The costuming is
better.
the slacks, I guess they look a little better in 6 scale, the material. Both were tailored pretty nicely, but these drape nicely and look really good for 6 scale fabric and pants. He also has little sock cuffs.
Does it look like he has feet in his shoes?
He does not, since he has sock cuffs.
Oh, goodness.
The one thing that really stood out to me on him was how nice the sweater is. And I know that might seem like not that important, but it really does stand out that these Gryffindor colors on the neckline and the waist and the cuffs are all part of the sweater. They are not, like in the Medicom case, they use like a vinyl application, right, where this is actually part of the stitching of the sweater. Wow. It looks it looks like a miniaturized real sweater. The
patterns are so micro on his sweater.
Yeah, so that looks really...
What about his tie?
His tie, that's the one thing out of the 2 outfits that I think Medicom did slightly better.
What's his tie like?
His tie seems like it probably is a fabric tie, real tie also, but there's something about the coating that's on it that almost makes it look plastic, even though it's not, where that looks more like just a fabric tie.
What's going on with those button clasps on his jacket?
The clasps are really nice.
Are they functional? Are they real?
I would think they would be functional.
Oh yes, they are. Absolutely, I can totally see it. And he's got some nice pleats on the back of his overcoat.
Yeah, the hood is not functional on this.
Oh, that's a hood and it's not functional.
Yeah, it is stitched.
The Medicom hood is functional. Look at that. Looks like
Now,
he's part of the clan.
Now, I don't remember for sure, but I know, like, even on this costume, it has the red inside. That has the red inside.
Does.
It's very possible, I'm not remembering that detail, if they, in the Sorcerer's Stone, if they had the red lining on the
Well, can you see anything on any photos on the box?
No, the photos are black and white.
Either way.
But it is really...
Either way, I think the costuming on the, what is it, Star Ace?
Star Ace,
I think the Star Ace costume is much nicer than the Medicom. Not that the Medicom isn't nice. The Medicom is... I thought this was really cool. Up until now, and I still think it's cool, but that one is definitely nicer. It's nicer.
Yeah, it's just looks like they did an impeccable job of doing 6-scale clothing.
Right.
And capturing it, the real detail, like in the sweater. The sweater is really probably the most impressive part. of his costume. This robe certainly is a little bit more simple. I mean, it has more elaborate clasps, but it doesn't have the Gryffindor logo on it. Doesn't have the red lining. But I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
There's no wiring in it, is there?
Yeah.
Is there? Oh yeah, it's wired. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So what about likenesses? What do you say? Which one's better, Wendy? Pick one. Which one's better?
I like this one better.
She likes the child version. She likes the Sorcerer's Stone version better.
There is something that seems off in the likeness, but I do like the more natural flesh tones.
Yeah, this is Deathly Hallows, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, Deathly Hallows by Medicom is definitely a much more stylized, very smooth, plain caricature type of face. It definitely does resemble Daniel Radcliffe. I think this one resembles Daniel Radcliffe more. Radcliffe, not Rat. Radcliffe, alright. I told you I wasn't a Harry Potter fan, but that's all good. I like the figures anyway, it's all good. So, yeah, I definitely think Mr. Daniel Radcliffe's likeness is captured a little better here. I think Wendy disagrees with me, but the realistic look of this portrait is did a better job. I think this looks more like a realistic face. I just think, character or not, this likeness I like a little better.
I mean, it does. I could see it, and it's obviously officially licensed, at least for the film.
Yeah, here's a side by side, top to bottom, left to right, photo of the actors' faces from the films and the two figure heads together. And I guess you guys could be the judge which one you think they nailed it better. But I kind of go with the Medicom. But like I said, the Star Ace looks more lifelike, in my opinion, for sure. That's for certain. Definitely with the texture and just the overall skin tone. I think the Medicom nailed the hair better, though. Look how I think the Medicom hair job is better.
The only thing I don't like is even in this picture, his hair is kind of parted and you can see the edge of the scar.
Yeah, you
With
get
this
no way to see the scar.
Style, granted, he obviously could comb his hair that way and you wouldn't see his scar at all, but I would have liked to have seen it more like that, where you could at least see the edge of like his characteristic scar.
Whereas Medicom has separately sculpted hair which overhangs over the forehead, but if you look under the hair,
you can see
the scar is there. As you can see, there's the scar. And nothing. And what about glasses? He's got some metal frame, doesn't he? The Star Ace?
Yeah.
Those are metal framed.
They don't actually have lenses in them, but they are really nice looking.
Really nice. Now, the Medicom actually does have clear lenses in them, and they are extremely clear. They look like really clear. And his frames are actually made of plastic, so they are a little flexible. Are they removable? Yeah, the Medicons are also removable. The Star Ace are not.
Styling of these, not how they captured the styling.
Honestly,
a little better, but I do like that those are actually real removable glasses.
I like that they're removable, but I was going to say that there are plastic lenses in the frames makes no difference to me. Because of the size of these glasses, it makes no difference. I mean, and you get a much more chance that if you get a glare in the lens, it's going to glare the entire lens out with these plastic lenses in it. So I probably
there's none.
Right, I probably would prefer no lenses in them. But either way, both glasses, I think they did a really good job.
Do you want to talk about accessories?
Yes, absolutely. The Medicom is pretty much, you get almost nothing. You get basically his wand. You get 3 additional hands in various poses. And you get his, what is it called again? His Firebolt broomstick, which is really cool. I like it. The broomstick looks great. You do also get with the Medicom Harry Potter, you get the standard Medicom stand, which is pretty simple and it's clear. I do wish, and the first thing that I did mention when I unboxed this guy, and I told Wendy when we got this out, was like, man, I wish they went and made a stand that you could actually mount the broomstick to and make him look like he's riding the broomstick, levitating on the broomstick. And I thought I would eventually customize one of those. But that's about it for the Medicom. He doesn't really have anything. His what is this one called again? I'm sorry.
Fireball.
His Firebolt broom is very well detailed, and the paint job on it is beautiful. The hieroglyphs on it are beautiful. Really nice broomstick. It doesn't do anything. The foot bars or whatever you want to call them, they don't swivel or anything, so there's no movement on anything. But it looks really good. I just wish they had an option to display him riding the broomstick. But he does have a hand to hold it though. And what about the Star Ace?
The Star Ace Sorcerer's Stone Harry Potter, as you might suspect, comes with the Sorcerer's Stone, which I had.
The sorcerer only had one stone? He didn't have a set of stones?
Kidney stone. He comes with the Nimbus 2000 broom, which is well painted and detailed and has the Nimbus 2000 little logo on the handle, which is really nice. And he also comes with a bunch of other stuff. We have Hedwig, his trusty owl. We have his wand, appropriate to the way it looked in the Sorcerer's Stone. We have the sorting hat with his discerning expression on.
And that's pretty cool because it's got the nice soft plastic hat with almost like a faux leather straps, and right, so that's a really nice hat.
And we also get the golden snitch, as well as a mount that you can mount the golden snitch to make it look like it's flying. And the wings on this thing are really delicate and
super thin plastic,
and look really good for a 6-scale snitch.
They're soft and flexible. They're nice.
And we also get a clear stand with the Star Ace.
Now the cool thing about the Star Ace stand is, what do you think they did? They put a really cool option on it with a combination of multiple posts,
they didn't possibly
connections.
Make it so you could make him
yes,
look like
they
he's
did.
riding.
They made it so that you can pose him flying on his broomstick, as you can see in the photos now, which is really cool. And this is exactly what I wish Medicom would have done. But that's cool because now we can display one standing and one flying, so it doesn't matter anymore. But that would have been a good idea for Medicom. And the stand is cool. It also gives you an option for mounting a post